You might be wondering what I'm doing here on a Thursday in this terrible lighting, in this outfit, looking like an absolute mess. And that is because I decided that we should discuss the Shadow and Bone cast. For context, the cast announcement literally dropped about a minute ago, maybe less. I kind of very quickly cleared the area. I'm in my pajamas, but we're here, aren't we? For anybody who isn't clued in currently, Shadow and Bone is a book written by Leigh Bardugo and is now going to be a TV show on Netflix, including the characters from the actual series, the Grisha Trilogy, and also the characters from Six of Crows. And whilst I'm speaking to my camera, I'm in a group chat, and as I'm talking to the camera, there's just notifications flicking in and out. So if my attention seems to disappear, it's because people are screaming at me in notifications. So yeah, we've been waiting for the cast announcement for quite a while, and it just happened. And so I was like, might as well just talk about it now, whilst I'm still kind of reeling. I am going to say we did kind of already know most of these people. However, we got it wrong, and this is what I'm happy. I'm not gonna lie. Long story short, Twitter's been stalking people for about 2 months now, trying to work out who is who, and everybody had their mindset on specific people for specific characters, and some of them are wrong, and I'm kind of glad that some of them are wrong, but we're just gonna talk about it. If I can, I might see if I can get a picture of each person on either side. I don't know. This entire thing makes me slightly uncomfortable because we're kind of just judging people's appearances, and that does make me a bit uncomfortable, but I suppose that's what you get yourself into. I don't know. I've also realised I now have to like pronounce names and things, which I can't even pronounce like my own name. So anyway, so we'll start with the cast of Shadow and Bone, I think, as in like the actual book series, the Grisha Trilogy, Shadow and Bone. And I believe because it's mainly based on that actual series, they will be the main characters, which means that our leading lady will be Alina Starkov, who is going to be played, God, watch me pronounce all these names wrong. I believe it's pronounced Jessie Leigh. Honestly, right, we've kind of known of her for a very long time now. She's one of those who, for about a month now, everybody's been like, this is Alina, please ignore the horrific... Right, here we go. I'm trying to work with the lighting as we go, because it's bad hours for this. But yeah, we've kind of been aware of Jessie for a while, I think, at this point, and the fact that she would likely be Alina, and now it's confirmed as Alina, and honestly, I'm really excited. I haven't seen much discussion over the choice to make Alina half Shu. However, I think it's great. I actually found out about that before I read the books, and when I was reading the books, there's even things, as much as it's definitely never stated, and I don't think it ever was canon in the books, there's definitely parts of the book written in a way that could suggest that she could be half Shu, such as her being from a town so close to the Shu border. So I do think it is a nice choice they've made, and definitely a way to try and give more representation, but it also adds more to Alina's backstory, I think, which is something I'm quite looking forward to seeing how they fit in. A few of the people on this list I have not seen, but like, as they've been coming to people's attention, people have been showing videos of their acting, and I haven't seen any of Jessie. However, I have seen enough screenshots. Honestly, the Twitter is stalking these people, and my timeline has been screenshots of Instagram stories and everything for weeks now. And she does seem like a very fun person, and I am very excited, actually. Sometimes I do worry about the main characters, but hopefully we don't have much to go off at the moment, or I don't, because I haven't seen much, but I'm happy with this one. This entire video makes me feel so uncomfortable because I'm just judging people. I'm worried it's going to be really long. The camera's been on 5 minutes. What am I doing? Right, next. Still going through the actual Grisha Trilogy cast. Malaret Sev. This is the big one. Not like as in Mal matters, but I'm not saying Mal doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter to me. No. Right, so, long story short, there was this guy who a lot of people online thought was going to be Kaz. He's not, he's Mal. And I'm alright with that because I didn't want him to be Kaz, to be quite frank. So I'm fairly pleased. Most of the internet looks like clowns now, but it's quite funny. Everybody's making a joke of it. And Mal is going to be played by Archie Reno. I said at the beginning that I can't do names, so I'm not going to try. That guy. I am actually happy with this, because as much as everybody thought he would be Kaz, he didn't particularly give me Kaz vibes. And so this is a decision I'm happy with. I also did think everybody was like, he should be Kaz because he's good looking, but I actually don't think Kaz should be too good looking, because like, what do you hear about Kaz? That he has a bad haircut. That's what, you know, it's it kind of doesn't fit. However, Mal, because you're constantly hearing about him from Alina's perspective, it kind of fits better. But again, I haven't seen anybody act really. I've seen a few clips of Archie from that have been going around Twitter. And one thing I will point out is I noticed that most of these people are from the UK, so I don't know if like they're all going to have English accents, which is going to be weird if they're in like Russia. But then again, would it be weird if they made them put on Russian accents? That might be worse. I don't know how they're going to go about that. Let's not stress about that right now. So yeah, actually happy with that. I know a lot of people who aren't happy with this because of reasons, but I'm happy. The majority of these, the general consensus for the most of these is happy. However, as we just went from happy, now on to a choice. And this choice revolves around Ben Barnes. I think Ben Barnes he's not like a really well-known name, but like he's kind of a well-known name. I haven't seen him in anything. I know of what he's been in, and there was a lot of rumours he'd be the Darkling. Now, on the tweet, he's not under the Darkling's name. In fact, I'm on Twitter right now, and I'm trying to find General Kirigan, I believe, is the name of the character. Again, could be pronouncing that wrong. And at first I was like, oh, thank God, because again, controversial opinion, I didn't really want him to be the Darkling, just because of, not because I'm like, the Darkling should be young and sexy or anything like that, the Darkling's like 500 years old or whatever, but there was certain symbolism I saw in him being younger that I think kind of won't count now. Also, I don't know if the like dynamic between Alina and the Darkling will be a bit weird if he physically like looks older. I don't know how they're gonna go about it. So when they were like, oh, General Kirigan, I was like, oh, so he's not the Darkling. But then Leigh tweeted saying, a reminder to my readers, the Darkling has had many names, which makes me think he is the Darkling. More than one question really. One, is he the Darkling? Two, if he is, why have they changed his name? But we'll look over that for now. I know he's a good actor, good things will probably come with it. We're trying not to stress too much. That brings us on to the Six of Crows portion of this. Again, some choices that I'm happy about than others, but generally, again, honestly, I genuinely think this has been done all quite well. Like, overall, like, I'm not too mad about anything. So we're gonna start with Kaz Brekker. I was gonna leave Kaz Brekker till last. I feel like I should follow up now with a statement saying that Kaz's casting has been keeping me awake for months. Since I read Six of Crows in like June, I've been lying awake at night like, who are they going to get to play Kaz Brekker? And now we know. And Kaz is going to be played by a man called Freddie Carter. I am actually happy with this. This is the kind of thing, that debate that's happened recently on Twitter between whether him or Archie was going to be Kaz. And Archie was kind of the favourite between a lot of groups, but I've already explained that I kind of didn't think that myself. So I'm actually happy with this. I haven't seen Freddie in anything, but there's like edits and everything that you see going around Twitter, and from what I've seen of him, I do think he'll play Kaz well. Again, I could be saying all this early. I could like look back on this in like 2 years time and regret everything I'm saying and be like, well, that was wrong. But currently, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he'll make a good Kaz Brekker. I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying not to talk too much, especially because this is getting longer, but we'll just work with it. I'm actually happy about this one. I didn't think I would be, because I'm very picky when it comes to favourites especially. So, you know, I think there'll be a lot of pressure on Freddie now to pull off Kaz, especially after everybody thought it was going to be the other guy and then he turned out to be Mal. And does anybody like Mal? Let's be honest. Well, they do now. They do now that guy's being cast as him. So I do feel there's a lot of pressure on Freddie, but I suppose they know that when they're getting into it, so we'll see. Next, however, is Inej, right? Inej, we've kind of known this for a long time, that Inej was going to be played by a woman called Amita Suman, or Amita Suman. Again, I feel like I'm going to have to say this so many times. I can't do names, so I'm sorry. Oh, right, look at that. As I'm just as I'm looking at my notifications, I just saw one come through saying it's been confirmed Ben Barnes is the Darkling. So I don't know whether that was correct as I read it, but if it is, there we go, problem solved. But anyway, back to Inej. This again is a decision I'm actually really happy about. We've known about this for such a long time. I feel like we've kind of been aware of this particular choice for ages, and I will say, as far as the female cast goes so far, all of them I think are brilliant. Even the ones that are rumoured and haven't been confirmed yet. I haven't seen one rumoured female cast member who I've been like, you don't look like you could play that character. Like, they all seem really up for the part, and that is definitely the same in this case. Honestly, I think a big worry going into it was that people were going to be whitewashed, especially since none of the ethnicities in the Grishaverse are actually real. Like, it's all made up places, and therefore it was kind of up to interpretation what each meant. But the fact that they've actually followed through with, for a start, what the fans have always believed, but also kind of how it's described within the books. But yes, so happy with Inej, and I think everybody agrees. I've not seen one person dislike this particular acting choice. Again, I haven't seen her act, but I guess we're all hoping. I feel so uncomfortable judging people on how they look, but and finally, we have Jasper. Jasper, I actually haven't seen too much talk about on, like, who's going to be playing him or anything. So this kind of, it was partly a surprise, it partly wasn't, but playing Jasper is going to be Kit Young. I saw his name go around a while ago, and people sort of came in with it and then sort of dismissed him and were like, oh no, it probably won't be him. But it is. I don't know how other people feel about this. Again, I haven't actually seen him act. I feel like I can't say much about anybody because I don't know how they act. It is obviously difficult to make decisions. I also don't know how old any of these people are other than Ben Barnes, because that was like an entire debate that happened on Twitter as well. But overall, I think as long as he has the energy, I think, to pull off Jasper, because Jasper, again, obviously he's a fan favourite and he's also such an energetic character and he's such an iconic character as well, that I think, like, especially like Kaz, there's going to be a lot of pressure on his shoulders to play Jasper. In fact, I would say Inej, Kaz, Alina, Jasper are sort of the four that the pressure is really going to be piled on, and maybe it's the Darkling. Everybody but Mal. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody but Mal, pressure's on. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. I will say I'm a bit disappointed because it says on the tweet that that's the full cast, and Nina, Matthias, Wylan, Zoya, and Genya aren't on that list. And everybody was assuming that especially Nina, Matthias, and Wylan would be in season 1. Hello. Editing me. Quick interruption. Apparently that was only some of the cast. Apparently a few of them are left to be announced, but we don't know when. So when that happens, I might do a follow-up video maybe, but I'm just going to leave it at what is there for now. Apparently some of them are still to come, which means I still have to stress. Yeah, that's it. Sorry about whatever the hell this video was. We've been waiting for this for so long. I thought I was going to have to stay up till like 3 o'clock this morning. So I'm glad that it's like sorted. I'm glad we know. There's some decisions I'm into, there's some that I probably won't be too happy about until we see the acting quality. Cough, Ben Barnes is the Darkling cough. We'll see. I guess that's what it will come down to at the end of things. So yeah, let's just end it there. Thank you so much for watching whatever the hell this video was supposed to be. Sorry that this kind of mucked up my schedule a bit, but there will still be a Friday video up. Please do comment below your thoughts on this and if you're excited about this show, because I actually am, now that we know the casted. I can stop stressing about it so much. And I will see you very soon. Bye! Oh, my laptop! No.